that you need to do.
Hey guys, welcome to the Geek Insider channel. This thing has not been used in like 6 years, and I'm Matthew Harris. If you've been on geekinsider.com, you've seen a lot of my articles. With me is Meredith, another writer over at Geek Insider, and we saw that the channel was unused, and we was like, "What the hell? That's not that's not appropriate." And so we thought we'd do some cool videos. Oh, what is that?
He's my dragon. He's my company.
And, you know, guys, yeah, I look old, but I am a one and true geek. That's my Batman tattoo. I got the Crow tattooed over here. God, I got Robin, Batman, Punisher, Spider-Man back there, Iron Fist. I mean, I am a geek. And but there's a few things going on. You know, we could have taken this any kind of different ways as far as the inaugural video. You know, not going to do a lot of fancy animations or anything here. We just wanted to have another way to reach our audience. I know that Geek Insider has been around for quite a long time. I've actually been writing for right at 2 years now, and I just recently took over as the head editor. And you know, Geek Insider, we have a lot of cool articles over there. We're getting it built up with some more writers, and so I thought it was time that we just kick things off. And there's some cool stuff coming out. Cool news that has come out in just the last few days. Batwoman was just renewed. Meredith, have you watched any of Batwoman?
No. I am probably the worst when it comes to movies and stuff like that. I will watch anime. I will look at technology stuff. I know how to solve a Rubik's Cube, but yeah.
Speaking of anime, you'll be getting that an anime loot crate box at the end of the month, and yeah, we got that set up. And I don't know if you're going to do video or an article on that or both.
Both.
Yeah,
Both.
I've got the DX version of Loot Crate coming, and so I'll be doing the same thing. Figure out how to record and do that, but.
So you were talking about Batwoman?
Yeah, Batwoman, and they kind of went out of the way there. But Batwoman, I have watched 5 episodes, I think, and where they went on a break right before the holidays, and then I didn't catch back up. It's really nice. I did not know much about the Batwoman character. You know, I knew Batgirl and Robin and Nightwing and all of them. But I just didn't know much about Batwoman other than that she was.
Your mic went out a little bit.
Oh, and we back?
We're back. It's a little better. Yep, there you go.
But Batwoman is Batman's cousin, and Bruce is not in the picture at first in the series, and they're doing a really cool job with it. The lead is the Batwoman. She plays a lesbian character, and so it's like the first lesbian lead superhero in a television series. And of course, it's set in Gotham City. Batman has disappeared, and so she's kind of taken the reins in Gotham. And so, you know, I'm a huge Batman fan, as you can see by the Joker tattoo, and so I had to check it out. The CW shows, man, some of them have been kind of hit and miss with me. I did enjoy Arrow. I'm way behind. I enjoyed Flash, but I'm way behind. You know, as a writer, we don't get a lot of time to sit and watch TV, but I do try to binge watch some stuff now and again, and I'll probably catch up on Arrow pretty soon.
I think I missed the entire last season because just work and stuff like that. But that's exactly what I do. I binge watch. I did that with Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I hate to admit that.
Well,
but I loved it.
You know, I just did that Raising Dion, which is brand new on Netflix, or not brand new. I guess it came out in October. But I enjoyed it. And what I like about the Netflix kind of stuff is, usually 9, 10 episodes, maybe 11. And so you can binge watch them in just a couple of nights when those episodes are 45 minutes. I almost started one last night. There's the new season of Lost in Space. Did you see the first season? No?
Not yet. No. That's on my watch list.
I actually wrote an article about it last year here on Geek Insider. I'll have to link to it if I do anything on season 2. But I did start to watch it last night. Something came up and I had to stop it, but I was liking what I seen. They have a female Dr. Smith. The freaking robot is awesome. And I like the direction that they've taken the storyline. It's not like they're just remaking the old series, with just better effects.
And that's one of the things I've noticed with the CW, some of their shows. It's darker, and it really kind of draws you in, not just to the visuals and things like that, but a lot of the storyline. It's just really darker and appeals more to an adult audience, I want to say.
Right. And that's really and truly the way it should be. I mean, 20 years ago, when you'd go to a comic book convention, they were geared towards the adult men, 18 to 35 or whatever. And there were, a lot of very scantily clad models that were, being a model for the comic book heroine. And it was just really a weird atmosphere. It was fun, but it was weird. And compared to today, there are, a lot of the kids, they love Star Wars and all of that. So they do go to the conventions, but still the conventions are aimed at adults, people who have money that can spend on collectibles. The comics or storylines are aimed at adults. That was one reason that I got into comics as an adult, was because the storylines were great. The artwork had turned fantastic in the 90s and beyond. And so that's what drew me into comics. I wasn't really into comic books as a kid. I didn't get into them until I was an adult. And then, had to siphon in everything that I possibly could once I found them. And I went back like 10 years on Batman. I had a crazy collection. But I do like what the CW has done. It's just, one, for whatever reason, my wife is not a fan of the Arrow show. And so I can only pick and choose when I can watch it, because we're usually watching TV together. And then, you've got to make sacrifices sometimes. Like The Flash, I really enjoyed, but it's just, you only have so much time in the day. And I've got to be in the mood for stuff. Like I watched Shameless on Netflix, and I'm in like season 5. I haven't watched any in 2 months. But I always just say I have to be in the mood for those damn Gallaghers, because you can only take them in small doses. Mm-hmm. But, I know there's a lot of superhero movies coming out this year, or not a lot, a few. But one thing I'm going to have to look at is I'm not sure what other series are coming. The only thing that I've heard so far is that Batwoman was renewed. I haven't heard of anything launching. We know Marvel or Disney Plus is supposed to have a couple of things coming towards the end of the year. I believe almost called it Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm going to have to look at that. I forget which ones all or TV shows are coming out.
I'm looking up a couple of things here, because the movie that I'm really looking forward to, honestly, is Black Widow.
I am. It's a little strange, though. Have you seen the preview?
I haven't yet, but I just love the backstory, and I'm going to be so disappointed if I don't get the backstory on Budapest. I swear, because they refer to it all the time, and I'm like, they better have some kind of reference or backstory to Budapest. That's all I have to say. That's the only reason. Well, that's not the only reason, but it's really the main reason why I want to see Black Widow.
Yeah, my wife and I said the same thing. They've got to explain Budapest and that. But, they had touted that it was going to be an origin story. And then now it's just looking like it's a prequel, not so much an origin story, because she goes back home and she's teaming up with her family. And so it doesn't look like it happened after Endgame, but it looks like it did happen after she joined Shield. And so it's just some sort of prequel or in between story or something. I'm not sure what the heck they're doing.
You know what? Now that you mention it, I think I did see a commercial for it, for the trailer for it, and I was just like, "Who the hell are these people?"
Right.
Yeah.
As a big overweight dad putting on a super suit. And so I don't know if they're going more for a comedy side, because it showed her and her sister fighting, and they're at the end they have to give the quip to each other, and so I don't know. Of course I'll go see it. It's a Marvel movie. It's a Black Widow and Scarlett Johansson. So how can you go wrong? We'll have to wait and see. But
I think I might be disappointed if that's the case, and I might wait to read your review.
Yeah. And I think we're supposed to have. I know we've got the Harley Quinn movie, or the Birds of Prey, and the Emancipation of Harley Quinn. I should have taken some better notes on Suicide Squad 2, because I believe that's coming towards the end of the year. But they totally revamped the entire cast except for Margot Robbie, and so. Which is fine. I did not want to see Will Smith in that again, but I did like some of the other characters. The flaming guy, I can't remember his name. I liked him a lot. But anyway, we totally got off my list. But
Sorry.
No, that's exactly what I wanted to do. And folks, this is, we're going to morph as we go on. Some days we may just talk about one topic. Other days we are weeks, rather, because we're going to start the status publishing this once a week on Fridays. And so, I don't know what the plan is at this point as far as each week, but I do know that we're going to utilize the channel to bring you guys some more geek news. I think we're going to cut it off here. It's about the 10-minute mark or so. And there was something I was going to ask everybody, and I don't. Oh, this would be the perfect opportunity. I asked at the last comic book convention I went to, excuse me, which was outside of Austin, in Austin, and I interviewed like Greg Brady and a couple other people, and I always ask, DC or Marvel? And so Meredith,
Marvel.
DC or
I'm a Marvel girl. I can't help it.
Yeah, that's it. And I love Logan. I'll have to show everyone around my office sometime. I've got a big framed glass poster of Logan, and but I also have a glass case full of collectible statues, and those are DC. I am a huge Batman fan, and so I always have to pick DC, but I love Marvel. If it's not a Batman comic, then I am Marvel. But for everybody else out there, tell us in the comments, DC or Marvel, and why. Who's your favorite? Is it just based off of the movies, or are you including the comic books? Is there something from, a special memory from the past, or the reason that you like Batman over Hulk, or Wolverine over Superman? That would be a nice little, and there I go losing my train of thought again, but it would be nice to see the comments, because Greg Brady was, he just gave me the standard answer to both, and which made me think he doesn't watch any of it. And I forget the other answers. I have the notes somewhere here, but it was very surprising. I'm not going to reveal it here. Maybe if we get enough feedback, then I'll reveal what happened, what I had found, because it was rather surprising. I thought that there would be well, I just won't get into it. We'll see.
You're such a tease.
I know it. I just don't want to influence anybody's voting on this.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather. There was probably, I don't know, several thousand people there, and of course I didn't ask everybody, but I was very, very surprised. And I actually meant to do an article on it, but then it was just not enough content to write about it. But anyway, I'm losing my train of thought and losing my mind. We've been on videos and in meetings all day long, but All right. Well, thanks again, everybody, for tuning in today. We hope you enjoyed it. We're going to bring you an episode each week, and hopefully we'll get better and better, and I won't lose my train of thought, and Meredith doesn't have to do a lot of magic with the editing. And thanks again, and we'll see you on geekinsider.com.